Welcome back to Sedge Productions, and as you can see, we kind of have a new face on the show. It isn't Tristan, but...
It's close, it's almost.
So...
Oh, I introduced myself?
Yeah,
okay, yeah, hello,
so, yeah.
I'm Kristie, whatever you want, Kristie Fitzel, filmmaker, extraordinaire. Is that what I say?
Yeah, no,
Cool.
you can... Little more.
Little more?
You're actually doing like a brand new film, aren't you?
Yeah. So, trying to currently raise money for my next film. Don't Bury It, like a B-movie horror film. I'm big on, it's like comedy horror, about a guy who literally buries his problems, including murder cases, in his garden. It's inspired by like John Waters and
Sick, man.
old school B-movie stuff.
Oh, okay. Well, we'll put a link in the description so you can go see everything. You can even, I'll link all your socials as well.
Thank you very much.
So yeah, then maybe you can donate to the film and then check it out once it comes out. But we're not here to talk about your film.
Oh.
We're here to talk about the brand new Spider-Man film, Spider-Verse Across the Spider-Man Across the Spider-Verse.
I haven't met one person who actually knows what it's called.
Yeah, I've got no idea what it's called.
Spider-Man, Spider-Verse, new one. That's
Yeah. We'll just call it that. So, initial thoughts on it first, bro.
I liked it. To be honest, I came out the cinema. When you asked me to jump on the review, I was like, that's tricky because I left the cinema like brain empty. That was good. Lots of pretty colours. Had a good time. No deep analysis here.
Oh, fair. I mean, that's fair enough. I want to come straight off the bat and say this movie is massively overhyped. I think it's massively overhyped. No way does it deserve that 9.1 on IMDb. No way does it deserve that 95% on Rotten Tomatoes. And no way is it better than the first one.
I don't know if it's better than the first one. Rotten Tomatoes is like 96%. Do you not think 96% of people enjoyed this movie? I feel like that's what Rotten Tomatoes
I'll probably
is.
be that 4%, isn't it?
Did you not enjoy it? Like,
I mean, I didn't mind it.
You just didn't enjoy it.
Yeah, I didn't mind it. I think it's all right. I think it's okay in places, but to say it's like a masterpiece, to say it's like up there with everything, it's nowhere near up there with everything. It's kind of like in Spider-Man 3 realm.
Nah, come on, bro, grow up. Just that animation alone, like, I get this anime kind of, you could argue it's style over substance or whatever, but the style's good, man.
Yeah.
And there is substance there beneath that, but
yeah, there's some.
It's good.
Yeah, I mean, don't get me wrong. You're right about the style, the animation, the cinematography. That is all A star. I will give that. You're talking about Spider-Punk as well.
Yeah, the whole Spider-Punk thing where I wrote it down actually, how they did it with having him move on different beats to the others, like
didn't he?
bodies on threes, offset on vest and shit. I don't know.
Yeah, and all his writing was like Sex Pistols.
Yeah, very like they just aesthetically very. I was ready to not like that character, to be honest. I thought,
really?
Well, the trailer made it seem like he was going to be like there was going to be like a love triangle thing.
Yeah,
like
I'm glad they didn't lean into that. I really am glad.
And they were just like, oh no, it's just a cool, nice guy. I thought it was going to be like a villain or something. I was like, I don't want to be against the punk guy. I want to be his friend, and I was.
No, you're right. I have to admit, the one really good thing about this movie is the characters. I love near enough all the characters. I think Miles Morales is a outstanding Spider-Man.
Yeah, man. Is he? So he's the Spider-Man now because he's who's in the games as well.
Yeah, exactly.
Kids are growing up with Miles Morales. The way we looked at Peter Parker.
Yeah, I think people are starting to move away from the idea of Peter Parker and more into the Miles Morales realm.
Isn't that like I've heard them say like the kind of point of this movie is showing that anyone can be
Spider-Man.
It's giving Spider-Man to everyone. I feel like, do you not feel like it was successful in that?
Yeah, I think it kind of does, but it's kind of like the fact how you're just oversaturated with Spider-Man that you kind of, what's the word? You're oversaturated with Spider-Man, so being Spider-Man doesn't really feel unique anymore.
Yeah, I get what you mean. Like, it almost felt a bit Rick and Morty when they went into the place, and there was like endless of them. But also, like, they also all felt individual and unique. Like, I think where it was a kids' film, they were able to get away with serious stuff, like the T-Rex guy.
Yeah,
and the cat
that's
one.
true.
I kind of, it worked being a kids' thing because it could make jokes as opposed to take itself too seriously.
Yeah, and I think the animation really helped with that. Yeah, the animation really helped with like making it a bit silly. And what did you think about all the Easter eggs?
To be honest, I don't care for Easter eggs that much. A couple of fun. I didn't love... Like, I liked the Donald Glover one. Because I was like, fair play, like, he's part of the history of the Miles Morales character, so it makes sense to have him in there. I didn't... But then once they started showing, like, Andrew Garfield and Uncle Ben from the originals, I was like...
Uncle Ben.
Yeah, I mean, respect R.I.P. Obviously R.I.P. But, like, I guess it took me out in a way where I was like... You're telling me there's endless universes of Spider-Man, and you're showing endless Spider-Man in the background. And then in this bit where he's talking, we happen to see the two that we recognise, and they're the only live-action ones. They kind of hinted at another live-action universe where he popped his head through.
Oh, that's Venom.
Was that the Venom one?
Yeah, that was Venom.
I mean, if there's... So is there endless animated Spider-Man worlds and endless live-action ones as well?
Must be.
Yeah. It's what it makes me feel like a grumpy old man for complaining about it. But
fair. I mean, the one thing I will say this film did well was the whole multiverse sort of idea. It did it 10 times better than Doctor Strange. Don't even get me started on that. terrible movie. But I think it did better. No Way Home? I think it's on par with No Way Home.
I ain't seen No Way Home.
No, bro.
No
you are
way
missing out.
am I watching that, my friend.
Wait, why? It's like the best Spider-Man.
Is it though? Is it going to be better than...
No,
because
right.
I would not argue with people who said that this is one of the best Spider-Man. And part of it was that I thought I wasn't going to like the multiverse thing because I don't like MCU stuff particularly. I find it feels like multiverse is getting a bit oversaturated.
Oh, massively.
They did it well. I liked the fact that each of the universes had like a unique animation style. This feels like the correct way to do multiverse.
Yeah. And they did it well. They did it very well. All right, so let's talk about the main talking point. Why, like, a lot of people don't like this film, which is the ending.
Yeah.
How do you... I'm coming at it as I hated the ending.
Fair.
I generally hate it, but I want to get your thoughts first.
When it ended, because I'd kind of heard a bit about how it ended on a cliffhanger. So I was kind of ready for it, but also... I could watch a third one. That's all that made me think. I was like, oh, cool, they're doing another one. Cool, yeah, I'll get to watch more of this. I enjoyed this. I enjoyed the first one. I will probably enjoy number 3.
Fair. See, I didn't know about the cliffhanger.
Right.
I kind of went into the movie because I really liked the first one. So I went into this film without seeing any reviews, without seeing any like IMDb scores or anyone talking about it. I just went in just thinking, yeah, I'm just ready. I'm like, I don't know anything. And when I got to the ending, man, the ending just made me feel so shit. It made me feel so flat, so very flat.
That's the thing. I was like, I kind of forgot about it when I was watching it, and I was ready to watch like another hour and see the chapter close. But also, whatever, man. Like, I'm happy to watch another one. I'm happy to wait the 4 years or whatever it takes them to do it.
Nah, man, I can't, man. I can't. See, this is not a TV show. This is like a movie.
Yeah.
And when
you gotta wait for movies, bro.
Yeah, I know, but like...
You watch Pirates of the Caribbean? Number 2 ends on a cliffhanger. Number 3
Yeah, but at least it kind of completed the story to it.
Yeah, I guess.
It completed the story to a point where you can leave it on a cliffhanger. I mean, if you take like the Lord of the Rings, all 3 of them are, part.
Yeah.
They come, but each and every film finishes its own story off in like a really satisfying way that leaves you still, engaged and ready for the next film.
But I guess I still felt there was some emotional closure that you got from some of them, like the moment with him and his mum. You're like, oh, they've kind of been building towards a conversation that needs to happen, and you got some...
Yeah, but you don't even get...
A lot of the Spider-Man stuff was closed.
Yeah, but...
It was open, but...
You don't even get the satisfaction because it wasn't actually his mum.
Yeah.
That's like another thing. It was
But he did it. He, personally,
I don't care if he personally did it. I want to see his parents react to it, fam. But it's also a case of like let's take Lord of the Rings for example. This is how I felt like. Imagine, all the Uruk-hai march to Helm's Deep in the second one, and you have them all in the rain, like banging their thing, and then the guy shoots an arrow, and then they all start legging towards Helm's Deep, and it just cuts, and it ends.
How does it end? I'll be honest.
Like the Helm's Deep happens, they all fight, they win, and then it kind of leaves it on like a sort of like, like Gollum kind of like scheming a plan.
Oh, right, yeah.
But Across the Spider-Verse kind of felt like that. Like, if you cut it halfway through the Helm's Deep battle, you're not getting anything from it. And also, it's just not only has it not made me want to wait another couple years to actually see the next film,
It's made me want to wait.
It's
made me
kind
more
of
excited.
pissed me off to a point where I can't be bothered now. Like, in a year's time, am I going to be that invested in a film that I didn't really enjoy too much?
That's the thing. I feel like I enjoyed the film enough to just trust whatever they're doing with this.
Trust the process.
Yeah, man. Like, I'm not going to say I was super satisfied with the ending, but when I think about it, I'm like, I had such a good time getting there that I don't really care.
Oh, really?
Because I know I trust them to finish it in the next part, and I'm happy just to wait.
For me, it goes, beginning was banging. I really like the beginning of it. Mm-hmm. The middle, it was a bit draggy and a bit all over the place, and the ending sucked.
Oh, really?
It was, for me, it was like a strong rise and then just dipping down.
Yeah.
And one of the main reasons was the villain. The main villain, the Spot.
Yeah, it felt like he wasn't really the main villain. He was just a guy who was there.
For me, he just literally just felt like a plot device rather than his own character. He was just literally there just to introduce the multiverse and then they literally cut him halfway through the movie. Like, you don't see him again at all. It's like halfway through the film and it's done. Like, you just don't see him.
He's still about, though. Maybe he just isn't the main bad guy. Maybe it doesn't... Do you feel like it needs to tick, like, the superhero box of good guy versus bad guy? I was still satisfied with the plot. I feel like the Oscar Isaac's character... I can't remember which Spider-Man he was.
Oh, it was what, the main one? The futuristic one. So that's Miguel.
Yeah, so he kind of... It seems like they're almost setting him up as a villain, but not...
Yeah, see...
Not that much. I'm intrigued. They all feel like well-rounded characters as opposed to like, here's good guy, here's bad guy, you know?
See, I kind of feel like if you're going to make him the main character, make him the main character. Like, the thing is... So you build up this main character and halfway through you cut him for like a different villain. So it's kind of like the pacing then, so you kind of start from scratch yet again. And then you're a bit trying to you're always catching up and you're never flowing through the film.
That's what I like about the film though. It feels so kinetic. It feels like there's constantly, it's multiverse shit. Can I swear on this?
Yeah, swear, man. Swear.
Yeah, there's multiverse shit going on. It feels like there's constantly stuff being thrown at you. In a way that kind of works. Like, you can feel that it's written by the 21 Jump Street guys. And like they did Lego Movie as well. It feels like there's constant stuff happening. I just kind of like my villains like a lot more rounded. Like, if we take Kingpin from the first one, the reason why he created the multiverse was to get back, his wife, I think his wife and family, because they got killed while he was fighting Spider-Man. So he has that initial hate for Spider-Man while also having a reason to create the multiverse, and also kind of a past that makes him a bit sympathetic, and you understand why he's doing this. The Spot is literally just like, I don't like Spider-Man. He's just some guy.
I don't like Spider-Man.
So was Spider-Man before he got got bitten by the spider. Like,
Kingpin's just a lot more rounded, and then you just get this crap villain.
If 3 has a really good villain, if they like develop it in a new way, the kind of whether it does it for the future Spider-Man or for the Spot guy.
Yeah.
Will that change your opinion on this one, or do you think it's like they should have done it in this one?
Nah, they should have done it in this one. They should have kept it separate. So you should have had Spot as the main character. The main villain for this one.
What else
developed him a lot better.
Yeah, like he felt a bit like a fucking Ryan Reynolds type character.
He is just a plot device. That is all he was, and I hate it when my villains just get overlooked. Like, what if like Joker was just a plot device for Batman? It just doesn't make any sense.
Yeah, I guess.
Instead of giving him his own personality, his own reasons, his own motivations. Like, that's how I get invested in characters, and Spot I didn't. I think make Spot the main villain for this one, develop him better, and then in the next film, you can have your whole other plot about Miles Morales being that anomaly. Yeah. And Into the Spider-Verse. And then you can have Miguel. You're trying to fit too much into one movie.
But I guess that's like whether it stays as a kind of classic superhero film, good versus evil, or whether it's... I think that's why I liked it more than you, because I don't really watch superhero films.
Oh, fair.
So the plot felt like something new.
Yeah, don't get me wrong. Like, there was a lot to like about the film. But I think there was a lot to dislike about the film as well, that a lot of people are overlooking.
Yeah, I'm willing to overlook. The colours were so pretty. The animation was so pretty. Yeah, I'm a simple man.
Okay. That's fair enough. So we're gonna come to like the end of this now. So how I like to normally end off this is that I like to get your rating out of 10. So what would you rate Spider-Verse out of 10, and then just give like an overall feelings of the film?
Damn. I want to give it. You go first. I don't know. I'm not good at putting a numerical value on art. I give it 5 bags of popcorn.
5 bags of popcorn?
Nah, I can't just
Did
steal
you eat
that.
5 bags of popcorn when watching it?
I did eat a lot of popcorn whilst watching it. Just give it 10. 10 Spider-Man.
What, 10? What?
10 out of 10. Why not?
10 out of 10?
Yeah, I know that it's going to annoy you
That's
if I
gonna
do
annoy
that.
you. Is that the only reason why you're doing it, fam?
Yeah, 10 out of 10. Give it 11 if I could.
Alright, so what are the main reasons for that 10?
Well, number 1,
Yeah.
it bothers you. Number 2, I just enjoyed it, man. Like, I feel like since uni, I've gone from being trying to impress people with arty films to just embracing the blockbuster.
Yeah, fair.
I like it. I like going to the cinema. It was fun being in a cinema that was crowded and everyone reacting.
Yeah, man. I mean, that's how I kind of felt with like No Way Home. Like, I didn't have I've never had like a more fun cinema experience ever.
Yeah, fair.
Because everyone was like cheering and shit. But I do get you, like the cinema experience makes the film even better.
Mm-hmm. Even like walking out hearing other people complaining about the ending. I was like, the movies are bad.
Fuck COVID, am I right?
Yeah, exactly.
Alright, fair.
Yeah, and animation,
Yeah, the
groundbreaking.
animation,
It's
yeah.
10 out of 10 just for the animation, man. I
Fair.
thought it was funny. Ticked all the boxes for me.
Yeah, too much. The comedy wasn't forced, which I liked. I liked that. Alright, fair. So I'm not going to be too harsh. I'll give it a 1. No, I'm joking. I'll give it a solid 7.
Yeah, fair.
I think a 7 is fair. I think there's a lot of things it does right. I really like the characters. Funny enough, I really like. We didn't really touch about it, but I really like Miles' parents as well.
Yeah,
I
good
think,
characters.
Yeah, I think they're really supportive and everything like that, and I really like them. And I like the whole dynamic relationship between Miles and the parents. You know, Gwen, she's okay.
I mean, I feel like they're going to expand on her more.
Yeah.
I'm putting a lot of faith in the next film here. They're going to do this. They're going to fix this.
There's a lot to fix. Man. But yeah, I don't like Gwen's okay. I mean, she's there. I wasn't that massively invested with her. I was more invested in Miles, so that's kind of
Yeah,
my
I
thing,
get.
yeah.
I like that it gave her the opening though.
Yeah.
Kind of.
I like the opening, but then apart from that opening, there wasn't really much going on with her.
Yeah, I feel like her opening kind of served the purpose of making you realise that all of these Spider-Men have their whole lives, and they're not just like she's not just a character who popped in the first one and was kind of fun. Like
Yeah, true.
she's gone through some shit.
Gave her like a purpose as well, and also a reason why she wanted to stay there and not actually go back to her homeworld.
Yeah.
Alright, so yeah, I think it's 7. Characters are great. Animation, like I said, like what you said, A star. I really loved it. Ending horrific. Really bad. How dare you, man? How dare you leave on that? It's not a TV show. It's an actual movie. Finish your story before making another one, fam. Jesus Christ.
On paper, I agree with that so much, but I'm just letting it slide on this one occasion.
Just let it slide.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think like people are just too forgiving for this film. Too forgiving. I think the reason why is because like there's a lot of good thing like the animation and it's different, and the multiverse is actually kind of done right, which is what people have been waiting for ever since Endgame. So they got their satisfaction with the multiverse, and they got their satisfaction with it because Marvel has just been going through the mud lately, and I feel like, you know, this film is a breath of fresh air, so people like it more because their expectations were lower. So I think
like MCU's like, oh, we found a new universe.
Yeah.
The cinematography is still boring. It still looks like a green screen.
everything's green screen there. But yeah, I think it doesn't deserve the hype. You know, the villains are naff. The story is well over the place, but I still think you can take a lot from it.
Yeah.
That's my honest opinion. But it hasn't made me that invested for the next film. Whereas I'd rate like the first one like a 9 out of 10.
Yeah.
Like I really liked it because it was just all round just really good.
It's made me want to rewatch the first one.
Oh, rewatch
because that was like a surprise hit for me.
Mate, same here. I think that was another reason why I went in with a bit too much expectation as well.
Yeah, fair.
I think that was also like a bad thing. And did you know Chris Pine actually voiced the first Spider-Man in that film?
What do you mean?
So, do you know the first
the dude who dies.
Spider-Verse? Yeah.
Yeah.
The first Spider-Man who dies and then Miles Morales takes over. It's Chris
Fair,
Pine.
man.
So he's been in the Marvel and DC. So if anyone asks you any sort of like actors that's been in Marvel and DC, you can say Chris Pine, and then be like, what?
Who's he? Oh, right, he's in Wonder Woman.
Yeah, Wonder Woman. Yeah,
Yeah.
that sucks. That sucks. But yeah, so that.
We don't need to get onto my full opinions about superhero movies in general.
So yeah, so that was our review on Into the Spider-Man Across the Spider-Verse.
Yeah.
That's it, yeah. I'm pretty sure that's it. So that's our review. Again, Kristie, where can people find you?
At Kristie Fitzel, mostly on Instagram, I guess. Twitter, where my house.
My house. But
What
yeah.
about, man? In the shops.
Yeah, so we're going to try and get Kristie on like as much as possible now because he's now joined the team. So hopefully you'll see Kristie a lot more.
Thank you.
Yeah, thank you. You passed the job interview.
Thank you. Thank you.
So tune in next week, guys, and we'll probably review something which you love. But again, sorry. But again, maybe in the comments, tell us what you want us to review. Is there a certain film that you know that you love, but a lot of people hate, and then we can have an intake? And also, don't forget to like, subscribe, and just keep it real, man. Just keep it real. But yeah.